about the relatives?
There were a few comments here and there,
yeah,
of like, why do you have one kid? What are you waiting for? You're not getting younger. Yeah, that was there. But if I'm being honest, it was expected. Even now, they'll be like, hey, ona kuze.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, for me, actually, the thing that really disorganized my mind the most is the comment of, oh, mwana teba mzalo mu. I even had to ask, what exactly does that mean? If you're having a child with a man, have two, not one.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Adulting Out Loud podcast. We are back with part 2 of the How We Do Motherhood Differently series. Last time we talked about just different aspects that we do differently as moms. And today we are diving back into that same topic, but with part 2 of the series. Back again with Phidra. You guys met her last time. And today we are going to be talking about how we are mothering kids with a bigger than average age gap. And Phidra talked about it last time a bit, about the age gap between her kids. And so we're going to be going deeper into that today. Thank you so much, Phidra, for accepting to do this and for accepting to share your experience. You're welcome.
You're so polite. Thank you.
I try. I don't want to be those kids we talked about last time who are like not disciplined, making my mom proud. All right, so Phidra, we're sharing our experience about mothering kids with a bigger than normal age gap. Yes, but first, I would like to know who put the mark for this age gap. To say like this one cat one also say like at the point where aunties start coming to you and being like,
I was just about to say we probably need to ask the aunties because
who put that mark?
They are the ones. But statistically, the most common age gap is 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Is it like a medical thing? Where like maybe even doctors are like, this is like, don't wait too long.
Well, I know for a C-section, that's the ideal time. Wait 2 years before you conceive after you've had a C-section. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that means that that's the ideal or that that's the perfect time, but that is what I was told the first time and the second time to wait 2 years.
Okay, so you shared with us briefly last time about how tell us the age gap. Just tell us again the age gap between you two girls. One
child was born in Feb 2013. The other child was born in October 2023.
10 years apart.
Like 10 and a half. More, it feels more like 11.
11, because it's like October and Feb. Okay, all right. And you had shared with us like how that was in the plan. And I'd also shared, so mine are 5 years apart, and I had wanted the 2 years age gap. And I know that is informed by just like what you see, what you hear, and just knowing that, okay, I think 2 years. And so share with us briefly your experience.
In the diverse
sense, before we break it down into like advantages, disadvantages, what is it like?
It's both good and not so good. Good because the big one sort of becomes a little assistant for me, because she understands, she's patient, she can wait for me to deal with her sister before she brings her need, which I like, but I also don't like, because I don't want her to feel like she's a second priority. And yes, of course, right, looking at her, I feel like, oh my God, how you've grown. You are my peer. You're not a child anymore, you know? Yeah, but it is rather interesting. And I think if I had a choice, I would probably choose it.
Yeah.
I didn't have a choice, but now that I'm living it, if I had a choice, I think I would choose it.
Yeah. I think me too. So mine are 5 years apart. And let me tell you, for the longest time I felt like, 5 years. And then you know how people be like, you're even going to have forgotten like I don't know, like how to look after a little one, how to hold a baby and hold the neck. I'm like, of course I would not have forgotten. Because even the first time I learned, it's not like I had a baby before. But there's like all these things of like, hey, but you're also going to be older. Because I've had my babies in my 30s. Okay, my first one I was 29. So but still, yeah. So but you know how people will be like, hey, you'd better have soon. Because like time is passing, and the older you get, the harder it gets, which was the case in my case. It was like the pregnancy of the second one was just really hard, and I truly believe it's also an age thing. It's just the first one was hard, but this one was harder. Harder. So yeah, but I think what you've said, if I was told to choose again, I would still choose the 5-year age gap, because there are times when you would think, oh, how many kids do I have? Like in my home, it's just the noise levels are here, and I am like, stop jumping, stop. And I'm like, how do people who have like 2 years age gap, 1 year, 3 years, how do they
deal with it?
Because the 7-year-old she has grown. She has really grown. I also look at her and I'm like, oh my God, you've really grown, right? Because you can now talk to her. You can tell her, oh, let me first finish. I'm changing the baby. I'm coming. Let me do this. But I'm like, I can't imagine if they were all like that.
If they all needed you as much as.
If they all, yeah, I cannot imagine. So that takes me to the next question. Share with us some of the advantages. What do you love, absolutely love about the age gap, the 10-year age gap?
First, I love how much time I got with my first. Yeah. So we did anything and everything together. It was literally us against the world. Yes. And then now that we have a baby, it's kind of our baby, you know? Yeah. So I think that is such a beautiful thing. It's nice to see how she relates with a sister, how she sisters and parents at the same time. It's really, really beautiful for me to see. It's nice to see that time when she's just so frustrated and she's over it and she's telling me, but mommy.
That one I was not ready for. What are these siblings rivalry? Nabambi, the young one, is disturbing her.
Yes. Now when this one touches my phone, that baby will cry. Mommy. And this one will get so frustrated. And I think she's thinking, but I've touched this phone for years before you came along. What are you saying, child? And then I go back. Sisters are not supposed to fight. Why are you fighting? Mommy, do you mean I'm fighting with a baby? She's fighting me. I'm not fighting. I like it.
You like it? I hate it.
I like it.
Just listening to you, I'm like, do you know, thank you for saying that, Phidra. I legit thought I was the only one, for real. My kids, but they can bicker.
Even these ones with all their ears apart.
There was a time I was like, but why are these kids like this? I thought you were going to be like besties. I thought you were going to... You know, but they really bicker. They can be like, what, mommy, I'm the one who had the tab first and I don't know what. And she's pressing things. I don't know, she's downloading games. I'm like, she doesn't even know that. She's just pressing things. She doesn't know she's downloading that game. And she'll be so frustrated.
Yes.
I don't like that.
Now, I like that because Ella had never had a chance to share me, to share her space. So I like to see how she gets shocked that someone else has touched her mom. And I like how the little one knows that, excuse me, this is my mom. You know? So I rather enjoy it. So for me, that is a big, big advantage. Then I like the fact that really she's 12 now, Ella. She can change a diaper. She can give her sister a bath. She can take a walk with her, like outside in the compound. Basically, I can have a 3-hour nap without disturbance, right? Right? Have you ever?
No, not in the recent past being 7 years.
So I have the luxury of doing that. And then I like that Ella attempts to reason with me. She'll say, but mommy, why don't we go and buy her this and that? You know? Stuff like that. I just like, she's so much of an assistant, which sometimes I have mom guilt about, but not really.
You feel like, like, I think for me, my mom guilt about that stems from, you know, there's this whole talk of like firstborn daughters and what, and I'm not a firstborn, I'm a proper middle child. So I learned the struggles of firstborn. But there's this whole talk of like how parents make firstborn daughters specifically like assistant parents, and I don't want that for my girl.
Yes.
Like I really don't want that. And so whenever she's like being helpful, whenever, because she like sometimes you don't even ask her. Like you see how in the previous episode I was telling you how like this young one I will chop her hand, I'll be like, I'll chop her you and one. Then you'll see her being like, okay, come.
Yes,
come,
exactly. Right.
Mommy is not happy. Don't do that again. And I'm like, how
Yes.
did she learn to be like so nurturing? So, and I'm like, oh, but she's still my baby. Because even me and her, we were like everywhere. I went with that girl, weddings, burials. I don't know what everything. I was that friend who will show up with her baby, the annoying friend who will be like, let's go. Be like, can I come with my baby? I was with her everywhere, like everywhere. We are besties. And so now seeing her being like, she will also like be like, Mommy, I think we should buy for Wendo. Wendo is my last one. I think we should buy for Wendo this toy. She will like it. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. So I have mom guilt about that as well. I'm like, don't grow up so fast.
Yeah,
let me
right.
think about that. Don't. Or she'll be like, I think we should take her to this nursery school, Mommy, because I'm like, why are you talking about nursery school?
Where did you grow up? How are you even able to think about a nursery school?
Exactly. But yes, so it's the advantage, but it's also the thing I have guilt about. Yeah, any other advantage?
The flexibility for me as a mom, because even now I'm older, I'm busier, but I can count on the other one as an extra hand, you know, extra help. So I really like that. That for me is everything.
I feel like you're extra-eyed. Do you have a nanny?
We have someone that occasionally minds the baby. Occasionally, not constantly. When the need for her is there, then she comes.
Okay, so like she comes and sits and then
yes,
like babysitter. Because mine is like my second eye. She's like, I mean, today when they were bathing, and then soap went to so you will have everything that happened. You will know the minute you get home. She'll just give you all the stories, update you.
No, Ella. Anyway, she's also so busy now being in P7,
so she's like
she barely has time.
Studying really hard. Okay. Any other thing that you absolutely love? That you can
what else do I like? I just
one thing that I absolutely like is that, like you've said, it gives me space to mind about this one. But I also feel like it's given me the chance to correct things that I thought were mistakes. I'll use quotes because maybe some people might not think they're mistakes, but I would have been like, for my first, I thought maybe I should have done this better. With this big age gap, for my second, I'm like, yeah, this time now, this is what we're like. Just they should like make decisions differently. I don't know, be more present, be more, and that started even like right from pregnancy. I shared in the previous episode how like some things I did differently for the second one, but even like for postpartum, I was like, okay, now I know, so now I'll do things different, right? So I think that's something that I really like.
Imagine for me, it just feels like a whole new experience. I'm amazed at how many things I forgot, how many things were foreign to me about it. Yes.
You forget.
Yes.
Me, I had forgotten how much sleep you don't have. Like, I was like, how did I even get through this? I had forgotten that bit. You forget.
You forget how to handle a small baby. You forget how to... And one thing I like, since we're still on the liking, one advantage for me is that really in the 10 years between pregnancy and pregnancy, I was back to being myself.
Yeah, I agree.
I was back. I had healed.
It takes like a really long time.
So I've had.
For me, it does. Like my baby is 2, but I am just starting to feel like uni again. Like there was even a time when the podcast took a long break, just because like I don't know, you're just not in that space. You just
Being a
getting
new
by,
mom.
like get by. But yeah, I feel like after like now, and it's been 2 years, close to 3. But now I feel like, yeah, now I'm starting to get by. So because they're 5 years apart, by the time I was getting the other one, I was like, yeah, feeling like myself again. Just that I love as well.
Now the downside to that for me is it made everything new.
Which is nice.
Like I'm so me that this is so foreign. I am so used to having a child that does not even need me to be present for her to fall asleep.
And then now you're here falling asleep as you're making a baby sleep. Because you have a baby. I know. Oh my God. Okay, so what are some of the things that you don't like? What you call disadvantages? I don't want to say they are disadvantages, but what are some of the things?
They're not disadvantages, but it's a bit foreign to me up to now, having someone that is so dependent on me.
Really?
I was so used to a 10-year-old, a 9-year-old, who you ask, can I help you tie your shoes? And she looks at you like, no. And here I am, the t-shirt won't go through the head unless I help you, you know? So that adjustment is still playing me up to now. I'm like, but how is it that
that you need me so much?
Yet it's also a nice thing because I miss how the big one used to need me, and yes.
That's true. I think for me it's you see how I said the advantage of like having to do it again and then now being able to now come and do some things differently. Now the disadvantage of that is like, I'm having to do this again. I'm having to potty train again. Phidra, potty training is the worst.
Don't I know? Now one thing that's
having to have a whole chisawe in your sitting room again, because I just removed everything, just remove the carpet, remove the I'm like, I had forgotten this. I had legit forgotten the stage of potty training.
Now this what I want to talk about. I don't know if it has anything to do with age difference or it's just about the fact that the two children are different. Ella is a very calm and emotional and organized, put together child. Estelle is me. The way you see me, the girl will climb. Playful. You will be seated here and you find her up there. Complete opposite. So
I saw your video where she was in the display.
Thank you. Who does that? Who does that? So one thing that is challenging me, or that challenged me so much at the beginning, was comparison. Oh my God, comparison is truly the thief of joy.
Guilty.
I kept comparing these two children. Ella, from the age of 4 months, I told you I was younger and broker. So from the age of 4 months, whenever she'd wake up, I would sit her on a potty and she'd do a number 2. Potty training became so easy. Here I am with this child at 18 months, who I show the potty and she decides it's a hat. She'll put it on her head and run around the house. So I kept saying, but the other one was like this and this one is like this.
Yeah.
Then the other one, you would burp and immediately she'd fall asleep. This one, after burping, you have to hold her upside down on your arm and then she will fall asleep. If you don't hold her like that, she's not going to sleep. With the other one, whether I use diaper cream or not, she's fine. This one, if you don't buy the diaper cream, which is expensive, she's going to break out.
Yeah, they are so different, and I also fell in that trap of comparison so much. I don't know if it was because of that age, but I kept saying, but I remember by this time this one was.
Thank you. Yes.
I remember by this time this one, the whole time until I remember saying, like, they are different. Like, these are two different human beings. Like, stop comparing. I remember by this time this one was talking. I remember by this one, but milestones. But I really compared them on their so much, everything, until when I was like, but I leave that girl.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a disadvantage. But I feel like if they are close together, do you even have time to? Maybe we should have had a parent whose kids are like together. So
they can tell us in the comments.
They should. Like, you even have time to compare milestones where you're just in it. You're just like going. Because here me, I'm really compared so much, and I even still catch myself and be like.
I catch myself all the time. For example, I'm asking, but how is it that you don't eat pumpkin? Your sister loved. pumpkin. Your sister ate everything that we gave her. How is it that you have to be
So
held a certain way so that you eat? How?
I know.
Yeah.
We are so different. Like this one is so loud, the other one is quiet. Like what's going on here? What's going on? So yeah, I think for me another disadvantage is I've talked about, of course, and having to do everything over again, but also, you know how like when you get out of that like babyhood stage, and now you're like, okay, now time. I wanted to do this, now I can do it. I have no time. And then now you're back again to just being there, like.
Yes. I also felt like that 1 year of pregnancy and early postpartum put my life as a standstill.
You really feel like everything is on hold, like, you know. And obviously you're celebrating the baby, you're happy, you're like, but then you've now like gone back.
There's so many things you can't do.
And I feel like if you had them close together, then you'd have that period at once.
That's
right?
true.
And then now when you come out of it, you've come out of it.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, now time to come out of it, time to like, you know, get moving, do things, start that business out, start that podcast out, start. But then now you're here, you're like.
But also that's all it takes on your body. I've never recovered from that lower back pain. I still get it.
You're still talking about
up
that
to now. I still get it. When I sit for long, I get it. With my first pregnancy, the minute the baby was born, I was okay. I was back to doing anything and everything I used to do.
For me, it's just how when I feel like I can be tired. I can be like, I don't remember being tired like this. With my first, I can be so tired. Such that my 2-year-old will asks me, Mommy, are you tired? And I realize I think I say it so much. I think I am always like, I'm tired. Mommy is tired. These days she will asks, Mommy, are you tired? And I'm like, yes, I'm tired, but I can't be tired. And I'm like, I don't remember being this tired. With my first, honestly, I don't. I used to even be like you've spent the whole night like breastfeeding and not sleeping, but you can function the whole
like,
day.
Yeah.
Yes, you'll be tired, but you'll move, get things done. But now, that you'll call me, be like, we meet. I'm like, no, I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. I'm tired. Okay, so I think for me, I feel like if they were together, and then you go through that phase, be tired at once, then now when you're coming out of it,
you come out as a superstar.
You're like, I'm done.
Do you find yourself maybe less fussy over are you the same exact parent? For example, I received a voice note today from the lady that has the baby, and she's saying, Elisa yakunda livamu, like something, wazuka kumacha, but even during the day, lyatandisa okuvamu something, and I'm thinking she'll be fine.
I think I have always been a laid-back mom.
The first child. How is there something coming out of the eye? And we are not at St. Catherine's Hospital? Aturinda, Princeton? How? Flu. There's a small flu that came out. She sneezed. I had her sneeze. It was 12:25 a.m. that she sneezed. Hospital. But now, flu. Oh, okay. Let's wait for a temperature. Now the temperature's come. Oh, but she's not vomiting. Let's wait for.
No, I think for that angle, I'm pretty much the same. But for like I still don't have photos with my second baby. We have not like when I think about it, I'm like, but and ask me, Mommy, where are my
photos? Are you sure you're my mom?
I don't have. But my first, I love those things. I love those things. I'm like, we had photos with her when we still don't have. I really. So like those were things. Hey, those ones I was excited for. Like that's birthday. I don't know, matching outfits. We still don't have matching outfits with this one. Phidra. I think for me, that's where the difference is in terms of like the hype. I don't have this one. Like I said, I'd be tired. I just feel like she's going to cry throughout the photo shoot. Let me wait for me. But for the other one, you drag her with her tears. I'd be like, she'll be fine. It's okay.
Right? Just take. We'll edit the tears. Airbrush.
So I think for me, that's that difference now. Like now, I'm like, it's okay. We'll do. We'll take photos. We'll do the matching outfit. So I think that's where the difference is.
Something I also noticed about myself is that much of my older child has dictated things with my younger child. Random example, a friend of mine was telling me about her baby, same age bracket. He's a few 2-3 months older. Just saying, oh my God, he really loves gorillas. And I was like, oh, she's never eaten gorillas. Oh my God.
Because your older child does not like gorillas.
Yes, I later realized that was the reason why. You know, now when I was talking to my friend, I was like, but then, what's the nutritional value of gorillas? Like, that's where my mind went initially. But later, I realized my big girl does not like. Shoot her first before you give her gorillas.
And mommy know that her baby is not.
So where is she going to find them? She has also not tested them. My daughter does not like biscuits. She does not like cake. It's just a recent liking of maybe Oreos. The baby has never tested cake, has never tested. Where is she going to find them? Where will she find them? We don't have them at home because the big girl doesn't eat them. Or to buy her a cake, you'd rather buy her, let's say, an apple or grapes instead of buying her cake. So where is the little one going to find the cake?
That's true. Bambi, those are the disadvantages. You'll be like, like for me, the other day, we went like shopping with my older one. She's like me. We love supermarkets, Bambi. So it was like normal grocery shopping. So I was texting my brother and I'm like, hey, we're going shopping. Then he's like, where's Window? I'm like, oh, she's home napping. I don't like that one. I'd be like, going with 2 kids. This one, I don't know, we go here, this one, we go. So that one, I make sure she stays on her routine. Like, you sleep, then we go. So he was like, Bambi, like, you leave her home. I'm like, yeah, because she has to stay like that. Then I was thinking about it. I'm like, Bambi, it's because of this. When they're together, you'll just bundle them up. And
yes.
Because probably they're not like at the same time. Probably they're, but they're in different seasons of life.
Have you ever been accused of favoritism? I was.
I see it
properly.
I see. By who? By your daughter?
No,
like people around?
By the lady who takes care of the baby.
I not yet, but I see it coming.
Because just like you, I always move with the older child.
Me too.
And then I have plans with the older child. And in the event of like something urgent needing to be done, I sort of do it for the older child first. And my reasoning is because she will notice. She will
be
see.
The one, yes.
She knows that she doesn't have snacks to take to school. Well, this one doesn't know that she has no yogurt. So if you have 5K in your pocket,
buy the snacks.
This one needs snacks, this one needs yogurt. What are you going to buy?
Exactly.
So now because I will buy the snacks before, I'll be like, tomorrow is Monday, we'll get money and do shopping for this one. Oh, so la.
My brother was like that. That girl finds out that you leave her home, napping.
So you have been accused indirectly.
Like, now I start taking her, are they packing? And then what?
Right.
So we plan around her. We'll be like, don't worry, we'll do it when she's sleeping. Then the next time I think about it, I'm like, but Mommy, what am I teaching my older one? I also don't want her
to be
to
sneaky.
I also don't want her to learn like to be sneaky or to think of her sister as like atawanya. So I'm like, okay, just learn to like. It's difficult because they're different stages.
Do you think you have a favorite child?
I legit don't think I have a favorite child. Maybe when they are older, but I don't think. Do you think people have favorites?
I don't know.
Should ask our parents.
I think parents do.
I have a friend who says
but
parents definitely have favorites. I'm like, no, you guys.
I think favorite kids keep changing with season. I feel like for the older,
because you're enjoying that stage, so maybe you prefer. For you didn't have a stage you preferred.
I love them. Are just so beautiful.
I like newborn stage.
I don't know if I like newborn stage. I like you being able to tell me what's wrong.
I like you being able to
Just be there.
cuddly
Of where I left is where I'll find
yes. You're not suddenly rolling and falling. You
Oh
know?
my God, the number of falls in our house.
So yeah, I love newborns. I love newborns. So I guess maybe the favorite would come like because you enjoy the stage, then maybe it presents itself as like favorite, but not really. But I can agree with say different stages for different whatever. Yeah, I'm really enjoying my older child. I love them. They're nice.
I love 12-year-olds. Oh my God. So, Mommy, when are we going to? Mommy was supposed to plan for the weekend. When are we going to do that? Mommy, when are we going to undo my hair? When are we
still like? Do they still preteens? Do they still like adore you? Because I think for me that's my fear about preteens and teens. Like I want this stage where mommy
is everything.
Is, like she's the one and she's the pretty one. My 7-year-old will be like, "Mommy, you look so pretty." You're like, just because you're pretty, like you cannot stay. That's the stage I want. Not this one where you're so not cool and they're like, "You're coming like that."
Yes. That's when we are at home. Oh, she won't get out of my face. She's literally always in my armpit. That is Ella. But when we are leaving school, rather going to school or in public, she actually warns me.
Don't do those things.
Mommy, don't dance, okay? Because she knows I will randomly, Mommy, don't dance, okay? Okay? Mommy, don't make those sounds you make.
So you see, like, yeah.
But you see, I enjoy that now. I'm thinking, oh my God.
Like, it's like you have that and then you also have this.
That is what is challenging. Two people, same household, very different needs that you have to attend to at the same time. The issues of a preteen are not the issues of a toddler.
Completely different.
Yes. Let's try something. Shake your right hand. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake, shake. Like release something from it, right? Shake. Now touch your chin. That's your cheek, not your chin. You see? That is exactly what my life is.
That's Ella.
That's both of them. So this one is making you shake your hand while the other needs you to touch her chin, and then sometimes you touch the cheek. Yet the instruction is that that's exactly what parenting them with their different age brackets is like.
Oh, it's such a treat. But
yeah.
I would not change it for anything.
But you see, at some point you notice, and then you're like,
oh. You're like, oh. So did you ever, as we conclude this conversation, did you ever feel like in that gap, right? Because there was a gap before the second one came. Did you ever feel like, but now like time is going, like I really didn't want my kids to have like this big space, like, and how did you deal with that?
I think I was resigned to life as it was. I knew my situation. I knew now I'm not married, I'm not attached. I don't know if I want to do the whole single mom thing again. I'd rather have one child than single mom again. So I think I was okay with whatever comes. What was hard was her asking for a sister. Yes. So every time she asked for a sister, she got a puppy. There's a time.
Phidra, how many puppies did you get?
We had 7. Had. Before now we have 1. We gave them all out. Yeah. So each and every puppy represented a child that she wanted, or a season when she literally begged. And I'd be like, do you want a sister? You have to wait like for a whole year for the sister to come. But if it's a puppy, we can get a puppy next week. Yeah, puppy!
Then you get a puppy.
Yeah. Thank God by the time she grew up.
My daughter really, like, she'd be like, Mommy, we are praying. And even up to now, she says, when she's telling her small sister, she's like, I prayed for you.
Oh, yes, she prayed.
She's like, oh, Mommy, we really prayed for us. Because she actually prayed for us. Yeah. She would be like, God, I pray I get a small sister. She prayed for twins. She used to be like, I pray I get a small sister and a small brother. So I was pregnant. She's like, are we going to get 2? I'm like, no, chick. 1. Okay, 1. And she's like, okay, but she was so excited. But with the pressure from, I want that. I don't know, so and so has a little sister. Oh, I'm like, banana.
Not my 12-year-old telling me, Mommy, you better have another baby, because now when she's 3, she's also going to ask you for a sister like how I asked you.
They'll be like, no.
It's like, child, please, can you mind affairs of children?
Of children,
Like,
right?
ask me where the ball is, or can we buy a rope? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, a sister? What?
No, mine says, can I now start praying for a brother? I want a brother. I now want a brother, mommy. I'm like, no, I'll tell you when to start praying. So she's waiting. She's waiting to be told until when she realizes she's never being told to pray for her brother. She's like, can I now pray? I'm like, no, you wait. I'll tell you. But did you say it's God who gives kids? Like, yeah, okay. So I'll tell you when to pray. Okay. But the pressure.
Real
was
pressure.
was real.
What about the relatives?
There were a few comments
Musa
here and
Hodi.
there, yeah, of like, Musa Hodi, why do you have one kid? What are you waiting for? You're not getting younger. Yeah, that was there. But if I'm being honest, it was expected. Even now, they'll be like, hey, ona kuze.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Now, for me, actually, the thing that really disorganized my mind the most is the comment of "Omwana teba mzalo omu." I even had to ask, what exactly does that mean? If you're having a child with a man, have two, not one. But if we are not together, then what? I go and rape him. Like, then
we're
what?
not together anymore, so what do you want me to do?
We are not together. We are both comfortable with the fact that we are not together. We both know we have one child with each other, and we have no problem with it. So why are you trying to tell me that having one child with a man,
So the pressure was real.
that is something I have not understood,
And
and
have to be like, why? It's just
people,
talk.
please tell us.
There's no why.
Comments.
There's no why. It's just talk. I think all these pressures of like, don't space your kids too much, don't get kids when you're old, they're all from a place of you don't know. Like, okay, first of all, do you know what I want? You don't know. Maybe this is the age gap I want, right?
Or even the
you don't know
struggles.
that. But also you don't know the struggle.
Yeah.
Right? You don't know what it is. I could be trying to have kids, but I could be
Losing
not with
the
my
pregnancy.
person.
Yeah.
I could be losing the like you literally don't know. So just be happy with the one kid, with the one that you see. Then when I am pregnant again, I will let you will know, you will see. Like, just don't be. I feel like it's so intrusive and it's insensitive.
Yes, it is very.
So to wrap this up, Phidra, what's that advice you'd give to other parents out there whose kids have a big age gap, or who maybe have one kid and want to have other kids, and they see the gap growing, and that's not the plan they wanted. Maybe they wanted like kids closer together.
One lesson I learned the hard way was to learn to trust God's timing. It wasn't an easy lesson for me to learn because I like to control things. I like to control timelines and outcomes, but I learned that sometimes you just have to trust that God has a plan and some things will fall in place when they fall in place at the time they are meant to fall in place. God and the universe work together to do things, at their time. So don't put yourself on pressure. I feel like there's no rule or like, don't feel like your children should be 2 years apart, 3 years. Like, don't force it. It will happen. If it's meant to happen, it will happen.
Yeah.
If it's not meant to happen, still give yourself grace. Yeah.
And also, I like what you say. Like, give yourself grace and live, enjoy the child that you have. Because sometimes you can get so caught into like being, okay, now what about this gap is so big? Because I think one of my biggest worries was, will they even have a relationship with each other? Like, I want them to be friends, and and just seeing it now, like we were just talking about it, how much they like, obviously they're friends, and yes they bicker, and yes they fight, but which siblings don't?
Yeah.
Right? It's not even a sibling relationship if you're not just always in each other's hair.
But also, I've seen families where they grow up maybe close and then they're estranged.
Yeah. So
sometimes with or without the age gap, you just can't determine.
Yes, that's the thing I was saying. So you can't. It's not about the age gap. It's not about the age gap. They will have a relationship if they don't have a relationship. So just enjoy your parenting journey. It looks different from most, but it is your journey and embrace it.
Yeah. Would you say that siblings' relationships are tied to how the parents relate with them? Do you think so?
I do. Fully. In terms, it's just like, just even what you asked about favorites and what, I feel like if you feel like your mom is like loves the other one more, of course you're going to feel some type of will be like.
Yeah.
So yes, I think so. I think so. Sibling relationships is a whole other topic. Like a whole. We could sit here all day and talk about that. But yeah, we hope you have enjoyed this conversation. We hope you've been encouraged by this conversation. If you're a parent out there whose kids have like a wide gap, let us know how spaced are your kids. What's the age gap? We have shared ours. Take us through your journey, your experience parenting children with big age gaps. What the highs? What are the lows? What are the highs? And just let us know in the comments. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Thank you for watching, and till next time.